Well, thank you. Thank you for being with us. It's time for a bit of sport. I tell you what, there's been a lot happening, and hang in there, something special coming up. But I should say, by way of history, today is August 18, and on this day in 1948, the Donald Bradman-led Australian Test cricket team completed the unprecedented feat of going through an English summer without defeat. Good evening to the Don's son, John, and his family, including the brilliantly gifted granddaughter, the coloratura soprano Greta. Don loved her. I should also mention, though, I'm a bit late. Last week, Wednesday, August 12, was the birth date of the man whom I think was the greatest sporting coach Australia's produced, the Davis Cup coach, Harry Hopman. He was born in Glebe on August 12, 1906. People remember him as a remarkable Davis Cup coach. As kids, we were so excited if we were chosen in the Hopman squad, where he took up-and-coming players from all over the country, and out of that squad came world champions like Rod Laver. While I was one member of the squad, I didn't come out the other end like Hop might have hoped. Harry Hopman won 3 Australian singles championships himself, but his coaching of the Davis Cup team from 1950 to 1967 was without peer. Mr. Hopman died in December 1985, having blazed a successful coaching trail in America. And while on tennis, there'll be a lot of interest as to who actually starts in the US Open. 13 days away. Novak will, Roger and Rafa won't. The reigning women's champion, the brilliant Canadian Bianca Andreescu, won't. Serena will. There are some question marks over the Wimbledon champion, Simona Halep. But the world number one, the young lady from Ipswich, Ash Barty, won't. Now, in soccer, what's happened to Sydney FC? They wrapped up the premiership with 4 games to play. Now, they've delivered their longest winless streak in 4 years. They haven't won their last 4 matches, and they now play Western United at Leichhardt on Saturday. Psychologically, they wouldn't want to be entering the finals with a 5-game winless streak hanging over their head. Prior to that, they'd gone 20 matches without losing. Have they taken their foot off the pedal? And in rugby league, have you seen that Melbourne fullback, Ryan Pammenhuisen? What on earth? Craig Bellamy, where do you get them from? Billy Slater has returned to cricket. You're about to meet a very gifted former Test cricketer. On Thursday night, I'll talk to the remarkable talent, the Vice-Captain of Australia, Patrick Cummins. But before any of that, the Indian great MS Dhoni has retired after a phenomenal 6-year international career. He'll continue to play for the Chennai Super Kings, where he's captain and Shane Watson's in that team. And the New Zealander Stephen Fleming is the coach. Many players say he is the best coach in the world. But Dhoni, he played in 90 tests, 350 one-day internationals and 98 2020s. As captain, India won the T20 World Cup in 2007, the 50-over World Cup in 2011, the Champions Trophy in 2013, and in 2009 he took them to #1 Test team in the world. A wicket-keeper, the record's breathtaking. He scored centuries in tests and one-dayers, 6 in tests, 10 in one-dayers, 33 half-centuries in tests, 73 half-centuries in one-dayers. He took 256 catches and made 38 stumpings in tests, and 321 catches and 123 stumpings in one-dayers. And then the T20s on top of that. MS Dhoni. Astonishing stuff. Now, we deal on this program in sport with the excitement of the present and the nostalgia of the past. Greg Ritchie played 30 tests for Australia and 44 one-day internationals from 1982 to 1987. The figures speak for themselves. 10,170 runs in first-class cricket, an average of 44.21, including 24 centuries and 54 50s. I might add he doesn't get much sympathy at home. His wife, Rachel Hetherington, was at the time Australia's leading female professional golfer, one of the greatest to come out of Australia. And in the year 2003, she finished in the top 10 in the world 11 times. But back to Greg. Born at Stanthorpe in Queensland, educated at Toowoomba, and the rest is, as they say, history. He joins us because he's set a new record about his weight. Greg, good evening. Thank you for your time. Tell us about the weight first. There's not much of you left.
Hey, g'day, Alan. Great to be with you. Look, it's been a good road. The last 18 months have been a really exciting time for me. I'm now 38 kilos lighter than I was.
Amazing.
Have a look at that. That's terrible. That's a big unit there, Alan. That's 133 kilos on the left and about 97 96, 97 when that one was taken.
Now, listen, this man is the best entertainment ever. I have no idea how he does it because he's every voice. So just forget this is Greg Ritchie. Could I just have a yarn with the late Tony Greig, please? Tony, lovely to talk to you on the program. How are you managing retirement and what did you think of your career?
Well, I got to say, Alan, it's great to be with you. I enjoyed my time with the Nine commentary team. Of course, I worked with Greg Ritchie. He was always in trouble, and it was great fun. He'd take me out to the golf course, never fixed my shanks or my yips with the putts, but yeah, he's not a bad bloke.
Well, just hang on.
I miss him. I miss him so much.
Richie's just walked into the room too, the late Richie Benaud. So, Richie, how are you going?
Yeah, top stuff, Alan. Great to be with you this evening. And I've got to say, Tony and I are playing a lot of golf at the present time. Had Greg Ritchie in the commentary team for quite a few years. And I can tell you he was a handful. But these days, not doing so much in the commentary team. Just played up a little bit too much for our liking, Alan. We had to get rid of him.
Now, hang on. Bill Lawry's on the line. Bill Lawry is on the line. Here he is. Bill, how are you?
Oh, absolutely fantastic to be with you, Alan. Yeah, I miss Richie and Tony. I don't miss Greg Ritchie too much, I've got to say. It was an absolute handful in the commentary box. I used to eat a lot. I can remember one of the great comments I heard on a cricket ground when a spectator yelled out at him, if it had been a hamburger, you'd have caught it, Richie. Yeah, I used to get all of those.
I've got to get rid of you before you start introducing me to the Indian family. No talk. We can't talk about that. But look, congratulations. Wonderful entertainment. This is the man you want. If you've got a party at home, he's got some of the great cricketing stories. Good to talk to you.
Great to talk to you, Alan. Thanks for having me on, mate. Love the show.
Not at all.